everybody, welcome to week 6 of the iRacing Wednesday night dash series. Tonight we are in Homestead for 70 laps. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a quality broadcast as I was a moron and joined as a driver once again. However, let's take a look at the standings so far for quali as we have just a minute and a half left. We have Dawson Buchanan in P1, Colton Gardner and Hunter Hughes, who have dominated the season so far, down in 4th and 5th. Ian Miller, who has had a solid run so far in the first 5 weeks of the season, in 2nd. Jeremiah Lockwood in 3rd, as we head down to just a minute left here in qualifying. So as we wait for that, let's take a look at the race for tonight. So as I said, we're in Homestead, Miami for the Homestead 105. So obviously located in Homestead, Florida. The track opened in 1995, 1.5 miles. We got a 10-minute practice, which is already past, 5-minute qualifying, which is about over, or equivalent to 2 laps. We got a 70-lap race tonight, or 45 minutes, whichever comes first, with a competition caution at lap 30. So with that, let's take a look at the rules for the Wednesday night dash. 10-race season. Races are approximately ran in 45 minutes, with a competition caution at around 50% distance. This one a little bit sooner than 50%, as we saw it's on lap 30. There's no stage breaks on road courses, but tonight we're on an oval. And competition caution is the only caution except for large-scale wrecks like we saw at Daytona a few weeks ago. And it's a NASCAR-style point system with bonus points for pole position, a lap led, and most laps led, and for stage wins on ovals or fastest lap on road courses, which, again, obviously we are not on a road course. So, with that, let's take a look. Or let's get somebody here into the broadcast booth with us. Let's see if DJ Fluck is available. Actually, he might not be. I think he's on mute. Alright, oh, is he there?
Hey.
There he is.
Giving announcements to the crew.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Alright, so we have DJ with us here. DJ, you're starting 13th of, I think, about 20 cars tonight.
19 or 20 tonight.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Good turnout tonight.
I guess I counted myself in there because I accidentally joined as a driver again.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Anyways, so what are you looking to do tonight? Get yourself up there, maybe finish like top 5 or a top 10 position.
You know, if I get into the top 10, I will be happy. Just trying to take it easy here. Nothing too terribly aggressive. You know, this is my missed out last week, filling in the booth, which was a lot of fun. But glad to be back in the truck tonight. But yep, let's try to get a nice solid top 10 is what we're hoping for. And
also, I guess since I have you in here, obviously I'll go over it again at the end of the broadcast. But you want to tell everybody about the giveaway?
Yeah. So. Mentioned it last week. Go to frracingonline.com/contest. We are giving away Tyler Reddick's 2023 Bristol Dirt. It's part of his front right fender. So all you have to do is go fill out that form, follow us on social media, and you get some bonus entries. And at the end of June, we'll be giving that away to somebody.
There you go. Well, thank you, DJ. Like I said, I'll go over that again, end of the broadcast. But good luck tonight. So, have fun.
Thank you very much.
Here, I'll move you back. Alright, so there you had it from DJ Fluck as we get ready to get racing here. I am by myself tonight. My partner, Andrew Zelnett, could not make it, unfortunately. So, we will be soloing tonight's broadcast. 70 laps here from Miami. We're getting ready to go green. Good turnout tonight as we got 19 cars taking the green flag as the pace car is off. And the green flag is in the air. Good jump by Dawson Buchanan from pole position. That's back in the pack here. Everybody seems to have had a pretty clean start. Those are 2, even 3 wide way back here in the pack. As we're on board here with Dawson Buchanan as he comes across the line to begin lap number 2. Here in Homestead. These top 6 cars right now have kind of pulled away from the rest of the pack. They're all within a second of each other. The next guy's not till 2 seconds back of the leader. So here's the 54 of John Miles being pressured by DJ Fluck, who we spoke to before the race. We got some moves being made here in the back of the pack. It's the DJ Fluck trying to make a move around Eric Richardson. That is for 15th. As Eric Richardson takes it on the high side. So we got a car scraping the wall up here. It's John Miles in a 54. As if we take a look up front, we got a good battle for the lead here, or with the top 3 actually, as Ian Miller has gotten out to the lead over Dawson Buchanan. Dawson Buchanan actually has fallen back to 3rd. Ian Miller starting to expand his gap now. He's got it out to a half a second by this point. We got a battle for 4th going on here between the 40 and the 7. That's Colton Gardner. You see in the number 40 car. In 4th currently. Is here in the back of the pack. Eric Richardson looking to keep making up spots after that pass on DJ Fluck not too long ago. Hunter Hughes in second. Trying to put some pressure on Ian Miller as the 13 into the wall. Take a look back at the leaders here. Hunter Hughes on a pursuit right now has gotten the gap way down on Ian Miller. Battle for third still going on behind. Come across the line to begin lap 10. So already a third of the way through stage 1 here. Hunter Hughes keeping the gap at about 0.3 of a second to Ian Miller up ahead. Hunter Hughes taking the low side. That really allows him to catch up. Gap now to about 0.2 of a second. Dawson Buchanan from P3 looking to join this pack up here. He's gotten that gap down by about 0.2. Hunter Hughes looking back to the inside. This is the closest he's had the gap so far. Dawson Buchanan also the closing back in on these leaders. Hunter Hughes down to about 2 car lengths away from Ian Miller. Well, he's a Here comes Hunter Hughes with a dive to the inside. Trying to take the lead away. Oh, huge slide for Ian Miller, and that's going to allow Hunter Hughes to take the lead. Dawson Buchanan on the inside of him back in a second. So for the first time tonight, Hunter Hughes will lead. Dawson Buchanan, however, just a few car lengths behind. He's top 4 now. I've gotten about a 2.5 second gap to the rest of the pack behind him. Oh, a bit of a slide for both Hughes and Buchanan. It's Colton Garner, who we haven't really talked about too much tonight. Just hanging around in P4 currently. We take a look back here. For this battle for third, Colton Gardner to the inside of Ian Miller. Ian Miller with a bit of a wiggle right there. That's going to allow Gardner to take the position and clear for third. Hughes with the lead, Buchanan pressuring. There's 3 car lengths behind. Hughes starting to expand this gap a little bit now. He's got it into about half a second. Buchanan not going away just yet. Keeping the gap at about half a second. Or right as I said, Buchanan isn't going away. So Hughes expands his gap by about half a second more. It's now up to a second. Colton Gardner, currently in P3, looking possibly for second by the end of the stage. As we're coming up on just 5 to go in stage number 1. Dawson Buchanan now, all of a sudden, back to just 0.3 of a second behind Hughes for first. Buchanan running the high line. Hughes about in the middle. So now Buchanan tries to go down low. He's got a huge run out of turn 4. A bit of a wiggle right there coming across the start finish. With just 2 to go in the stage. Buchanan right there. Trying to steal the stage win away from Hunter Hughes. Colton Gardner in third. Your 2-point leaders in the top 3. Here comes Dawson Buchanan. Won't try a move there. As he gets a bit of a run out of turn 4, but not enough. Two to go in the stage. Or no, white flag. Last lap in stage number 1, actually. Buchanan's gonna need to send it here if he wants the stage win. Coming out of turn 4, looks like Hunter Hughes will get the stage 1 win. As the caution flag waves. Let's take a look at your results for stage 1. Here we go. Stage 1 results. Hunter Hughes with the stage win, followed by Dawson Buchanan. Then Colton Gardner, Ian Miller 4, Vinny Silva 5, Jeremiah Lockwood 6, Jax Malin 7, Brian McKinney 8, Justin Knives 9, and rounding out the top 10 is Bill Moffeld. As your cars will head on to pit road this time by. Cars on to pit road, and as they go through pit stops, let's take a look at this week's House of Hockey. Andy Zilch is back on House of Hockey this week. Ray and Andy discussed the latest in the Stanley Cup playoffs, including a creative way for the Florida Panthers players to keep cool. They also discussed the PWHL Finals and the future of Patrick Kane's career. Tune in on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on Stadium Scene TV. As we head back to the race, really close there off pit road. I believe it was Dawson Buchanan was able to jump Hunter Hughes. He was. So Dawson Buchanan will be the leader off pit road. Vinny Silva, who is in 5th, I think we're going to bring down into the booth with us. Hey, Vinny, you got me?
Oh, yes, sir. I got you, Booth.
All right. So, coming out of the pits in P5, bit of a longer stage here than stage one. What do you need to do to make up a few positions here? You get yourself onto the podium.
Oh, man. Tire conservation, and more tire conservation. I'm feeling really good in stage one. My tires still feel good at the end. I was seeing a lot of people kind of burn their tires off, and that's how it went from 8th to 5th. And, if I can just keep that up and stay consistent on my laps, I think I got a real shot at the podium.
Awesome. Yeah. So, car felt good in stage one then.
Car felt excellent. I was just kind of hanging down to the bottom line, just trying to be easy on the tires, and the top line might be a little bit faster, but you're burning your tires off real quick that way.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Vinny Silva, for taking the time out of this caution period to chat with me. Looks like
Absolutely, anytime. Thank you, Booth.
Yep. Good luck here in the last 37, 38 laps. So there was Vinny Silva restarting 5th. When we get going back to green here in a few minutes. So another thing. As DJ Flux said when he came in here, at the beginning of the race for the pre-race interview, you have a chance to win Tyler Reddick's 2023 Bristol Dirt Fender. All you need to do is head to frracingonline.com/contest. That is frracingonline.com/contest, and you need to enter by June 30th. And you can follow FR Racing on social media and video platforms to get bonus entries for your chance to win Tyler Reddick's Bristol Dirt Fender. Speaking of DJ Fluck, he's into 11th. Did not even notice that, as we're getting ready to go green here for the last 36 laps of this one. Pace cars off. Dossie Buchanan leads the field back to the green flag. Hunter Hughes going high here, trying to get around Buchanan for P1. Vinny Silva, who we spoke to during the caution break, he's back to 9th currently. As he said, saving tires as here comes Hunter Hughes up high. He'll go around Buchanan and take the lead. Tire conservation is huge here, as we're going to start to see probably 10-15 laps some people start falling off, just like in stage one. That's where people like Vinny Silva, who are focused on saving tires, will start charging through the field. Colton Gardner putting on the pressure for P2 right now. Buchanan currently holds the position as Hunter Hughes starting to pull away a little bit in P1. Besides Hunter Hughes, who's pulled out to a lead, we got a stacked up field here in the back as Colton Gardner looking to go high around Buchanan for second. Here we got Ian Miller looking to make a move on Colton Gardner. That's for third. He'll get it. Not quite able to clear. However, now coming into turn 4, he will, and he's going to get a huge run on Buchanan for second, but not able to do anything with it. Hunter Hughes out to about a second lead, however, may not be conserving his tires as much as you should be, as the 48 of Ian Miller looking to the high side now around Buchanan. Once again, that's for a second huge slide. That's going to take a lot of life out of those tires. We continue to just pump out laps here. Now coming to 20 to go. This is where things will start to get interesting based on tire saving. Hughes still in the lead. However, that gap has shrunk now to 0.7 of a second. With a 4 of Dawson Buchanan in second. Vinny Silva making a move here for 5th. Expect to see him start making his way through the field here pretty soon as well. Here are just 15 laps remaining. Hunter Hughes still in the lead. Dawson Buchanan, once again, is still closing that gap. Way down with Ian Miller in 3rd. Also closing the gap. Coming up on just 10 laps to go. Buchanan really closing this gap now. Vinny Silva, Hunter Hughes have really been able to make these tires last so far. He's got just 10 laps to keep it going for what I think would be his second win of the season. Buchanan looking for his either first or second win of the season. Buchanan's starting to get close. Gap is down to just about 3 car lengths. And Buchanan all of a sudden just dropped way off. Not really sure what just happened there. Well, Buchanan had fallen off by about 0.2 of a second. However, he's now, or actually about probably half a second. He's now made up about 0.2. Since then, still trying to pursue Hunter Hughes here and have a chance for the win. Buchanan right on him, a huge slide, and he's into the wall. Buchanan had gotten the gap way down. About just 1 or 2 car lengths, and he couldn't keep the car straight into the wall. And that puts him back over half a second now. We'll see if he can make that time back up here with just 5 laps to go. Buchanan's gap shrinking. Once again, Buchanan, really good job saving his tires. as even with hitting the wall, he's just a few car lengths behind. The question is, will he have enough time to make a pass, though? Catching him is one thing, making a pass is another. Hughes across the line, just 2 laps to go. The gap is still shrinking. This is about the closest it's been, besides when Buchanan was right on him and hit the wall. Hughes goes high, Buchanan low. Big slide for Buchanan again. Same exact thing we just saw as the white flag waves. And Hunter Hughes now, under no pressure, can basically cruise to victory lane. Out of turn 4, Hunter Hughes will win at Gateway. The rest of the cars cross the start finish. We'll take a look at the results from week 2. Hunter Hughes gets the win. Buchanan second, Ian Miller third, Colton Gardner fourth, Vinny Silva fifth, Justin Knives sixth, Brian McKinney in seventh, Jeremy Lockwood eighth, Nicholas Warboy ninth, John Miles 10. Max Malin 11, DJ Fluck 12, Nick Cipriani in 13, Bill Maufeld 14, Richard Shaw 15, Eric Richardson 16, Jeremy Clemens 17, Dylan Barons 18, Christopher Fuge 19, and I was in the broadcast booth. So with that, let's hear from your podium finishers once they get in here. And once again, here are the results. Hunter Hughes with the win. Ian Miller, get him in here. Dawson Buchanan, I'm not sure where. Oh, there he is. And then Hunter Hughes, I don't know where he's at, but we'll start with you guys.
There he is.
There he is. All right. So Ian, we'll start with you. So Ian, P3 tonight, pretty good finish. So what was your strategy going into today's race, and how did it evolve as the race progressed?
Geez, my strategy was kind of same as usual. Save tires for as long as possible. I expected to fall back into the field, not move up. So usually, I fall back into the field and then push my way throughout the stint. That didn't really happen on either stint. So yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of surprised. As it evolved, the strategy was keep the black rubber stuff on the black hard stuff and hold on and try and survive. Because it just felt so loose and so unpredictable.
Yeah, so kind of going off that question, how satisfied are you with your performance today? And do you think there was a potential for a higher finish?
I think there was certainly a potential for a higher finish. I was certainly pressuring Dawson a lot throughout that second stint, and if I hadn't gotten loose and heated up the rear tires coming out of 4 a couple times there, I bet I could have muscled my way around him. But I'm pretty happy with how things went. All in all, I think that's my first podium of the season, so it feels like I'm getting back to my old tricks.
And then last question for you: what are your goals for the remainder of the season, the final 4 races?
My goal, I think, is to try and make a profit. Just try and get the entry fee out of the session and see kind of where that puts me. That's sort of always my goal, because I think if I'm finishing regularly up on the podium, even if I don't win the championship, I'm doing pretty well for myself.
All right. Well, that's it for you. So thank you, Ian. Good finish.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations on the podium.
Thank you. Have a lovely rest of your night.
You too. Thank you. So Dawson Buchanan. So, could you describe your race strategy to us and describe how it played out?
Well, I started off the first stage, I just kind of was riding, seeing how everybody else was going to save tires, and I didn't think that the top was going to hold up for as long as it did, but the top seemed to you seem to be able to save, a decent amount of tires up there, and I was trying to, enter shallow and just limit the amount of wear on my right front, which I did, but then when you run the bottom like that, you just burn the right rear off trying to get up off the corner. So I learned that out the hard way, I guess. So, I mean, I don't know if I could have done anything differently. I would have liked to have been able to run the top at the end of the runs a little bit better. I didn't really practice running the top, so I should have got some laps in up there. But overall, just trying to save tires and keep the car under me.
And then how close do you feel you were to catching the leader, and what could have made the difference?
Well, I think I was really close. I think we were both really good in different spots. He was really good off the corner, and I was really good in the corner. And it seemed in 1 and 2 we kind of just pulled even, and in 3 and 4 I could get real close on entry, and then he would get it off on exit. And it's one of those tracks where if you mess with a bull, you get the horns. You know what I mean? So I think I was close, but just not close enough.
And then, are there any areas that you feel you need to improve on to secure the top spot in next week's race or any other races remaining this season?
Well, I think for tracks like this, I let the leader get too far out in front of me. Like I saved too much tires, and then it's just hard to make up that ground at the end of a run.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, thank you, Dawson. Congrats on P2.
Thank you.
And then Hunter, you there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So Hunter, could you also walk us through your strategy for today's race, and then what key decisions do you think contributed to your win?
I mean, I knew the top line was going to be very strong. Homestead is like the top line track. Although I was kind of shocked at how well Dawson was able to run the bottom. So I was kind of learning from the mirror, and I was able to kind of take his line a couple of times. And I think that's really kind of what stifled his run. Yeah, in the second half, I feel like I drove out too far. I think I was at like a second and a half, close to 2 seconds at one point. And then like throughout the course of the run, once it got to like 15 to go, like both Ian and Dawson were catching me and pretty quickly. So then I was just kind of on the defense. And then I was just kind of mirror driving. I was seeing like how Dawson would enter the corner, and then I would enter the same way, or I would try to enter opposite of him. Just to see how it worked, because throughout from the green to the checkered, this racetrack is about learning the racetrack and learning what the other drivers are doing. We didn't get the qualifying that I thought I was going to get. I hit the wall my first lap, and then my second lap was just way too slow. Yeah, it was overall a good race. I mean, it's good to go back to back. Let's just keep this momentum going.
Yeah, then only other question for you. How do you plan to maintain your top performance moving forward?
Yeah, I think there's a couple good tracks for me coming up. I'm really excited for Sonoma. Sonoma, I'm some people call me like the road course ringer, as well as Ian. So like I know Sonoma will be a good battle, because I'm pretty good at road courses. And then going into the rest of the tracks, there's a mile and a half in there, which I think Las Vegas, that's the finale, right? That'll be fun. But yeah, I mean, it really just comes down to practice, and I put a lot of practice into Homestead this week, and I knew that the top line would be fast, but you wouldn't be able to sustain it for super long. But yeah.
Well, that's it. With that, so congratulations on another win, and good luck moving forward with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, so there you have it. So let's take a look at the remaining schedule here. That was week 6. Just 4 races to go. Next week we head to Sonoma, and then on June 26th to Michigan, and then Charlotte, and then ending the season in Las Vegas. Green flags at 10:17 p.m. Eastern, right here on Stadium Scene TV. So with that, we'll see everybody next week at Sonoma.